book lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into all of the books that I read in April. From epic fantasy romances to a bit of contemporary, this month was a wild ride. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's get into the April book wrap up. This month I tackled 6 books, 3 physical and 3 on Kindle Unlimited. I ventured mostly into the realms of fantasy. I think 5 of the books in April were fantasy and 1 was contemporary romance. Overall, I read about 2,500 pages. My average rating was 4 stars. So honestly, on the whole, that is a pretty good reading month. So first up is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the 3rd book in the Crescent City series. So in this book, Bryce Quinlan and Hunt Athalar are back, and their world is still on the brink of collapse. This book was an emotional roller coaster filled with tons of action, but also some heartache as well. There were a few parts of this book that did feel a little bit underwhelming, but overall a really, really great read. 4 stars from me. Next we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent, and this one was on Kindle Unlimited. And this one is following Araya's journey in a vampire-dominated world that is fraught with danger and romance. It was a really strong start to a new series. It kind of blends dark magic with a little bit of romance. The only thing that I would change is I would have liked to have seen a little bit more background on the political dynamics, but it still earned a 4 stars from me as well. I read 3 books in total by Carissa Broadbent this month, and the second was 6 Scorched Roses, which is a novella set in the same universe as The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and this one was also on Kindle Unlimited. So despite its brevity, the story packed a punch with a deep narrative and really intriguing characters. It's one of the better novellas that I have read. It definitely left me curious about the broader world that the characters live in, and definitely a 4-star read. So switching gears to contemporary romance, I read The Score by Elle Kennedy. This was up next. And Dean and Allie's story was fun and sexy, though the middle part dragged a bit. Still, I think it is a must for fans of this series. This is the 3rd book in the Off-Campus series, and I gave it 4 stars. So jumping back to fantasy, the 3rd book that I read by Carissa Broadbent this month was The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, which continued the intense and tumultuous story of Araya and Rain. It is the 3rd book in that series. Wait, should I say it's the sequel to The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and there's The 6 Scorched Roses is a novella in between those two. The sequel was beautifully written, though the climax felt a bit rushed. It's still a standout in its genre, earning it another 4 stars. Lastly, I read Glint by Raven Kennedy, and this was a bit of a letdown. The story had potential but lacked in execution, with a pacing that was just too slow to keep me hooked. It was the only book this month that wasn't 4 stars, and I gave it 2 stars out of 5. And that wraps up my April reading list. 6 books, 4 stars on average, and a whole lot of adventure and romance. What did you read in April? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more bookish content. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time.